Hello, everybody. Hope you're having a great day. Okay, back to Genshin Impact. As you may have noticed, I've been playing a lot of Wuthering Waves lately. And basically, that's just because there's very limited stuff for me to do in Genshin. Okay, let's do the expedition first. Hey, Catherine. Okay, so let's dispatch our expeditions. That's done. Or is it?
Ad Astra Abyss. Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to.
Okay, they are all patched again, just making sure, because sometimes I click too fast. Okay, now that that's done, let's get our dailies done. Okay, let's start with this here. I think might be a new one for me. Find out shortly. Or maybe not. Oh, is this the guy that wants me something about his boat? I don't think he knows what he's. The guy that always has me chasing all over the place for stuff. What? I have to go up there? No. No way. How?
True history is sometimes even more exciting than legend. Trust me, I'll find you.
How in tarnation am I even remotely supposed to? Let's see if we can glide to where I need to go.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.
Yes, I am lazy to climb up stuff, especially from that area. So it's not only that he wants materials, it has to be materials from a certain area. Okay. Not happy about this one. Maybe it's just me, but maybe it's time for me to start doing. Oh, there they are. Or are they? not a fan of this quest. Can't be any eggs, it has to be those. I find it a little bit too. Hey kids, go home and do your homework. I want to be mean, but kinda do. I'm grumpy. I'm not happy to having to do this quest for him. If he needs something else, I'm really not gonna be. And those 3 eggs were a pain. I got lots of eggs. Why did it have to be those ones? Does he even know what he's doing? Catches a wet package. What? I don't know. Better be happy, dude, with what I did. Some people, you just want to put them through the ringer. So, lots of interesting news for Genshin. You're getting a new abyss. My only criticism of it is that I just wish that it was more something oriented to co-op. Like something that we could do together, a group of friends together, similar to the Abyss, but co-op mode.
Shined up. Everyone hold hands.
I kind of understand why they didn't go that route, but
There is no escape. Ha! Torn to oblivion.
just that end game for a group of friends, there's not really much to do. It's about, okay, I need to switch my team here. This is not gonna cut it, folks. Here's Cosmo. Is
All right, let's head off.
bring in, where's Barb?
Wish me luck.
Hopefully she has a good big heal ready to go. She does. There we go. Everybody's healthy. So yeah, I do like the fact that they are trying to give players some end game content. That kudos for doing that. I'm just a little bit disappointed that it's not something that we can do as a group of friends. Been asking for an abyss that we can play with our friends, and that's not what we're getting. So
You'll get frostbite.
Let's dance. I see
You're
everything.
back in your frost.
Illusion shattered.
Not breaking a sweat. Frozen food. Cooked food. Disgusting.
Okay. Other good news is that we are getting another Archon story. So I don't know how long that story is going to take, an hour or two or three or four or five. Nothing really specific on how long it'll take. What? That was a kind of weird moment. Jumped on the mushroom and it disappeared. They all kind of sort of. Oh, no, I missed it. Okay. Oh! On the edge there. Okay. Time to turn these quests. So, Lainsliff and our sister, apparently we're going to get some FaceTime with our sister, finally. That was also one of my criticisms, that throughout Fontaine, it had nothing, nobody saw anything about her sister. Seems like she's more of an afterthought. And they're going to use that story to give us a filler story while we're waiting for Natlin.
Ad Astra
I'm not expecting anything revolutionary out of this storytelling. Probably
Thank you
gonna
for
feel like
completing today's
something
commission.
made up. And by made up, obviously all stories are made up, but made up at the last moment. You know, somebody doing their homework on the way to school in the morning in the school bus. That's where, I think that's... Oop, go and make some resin here.
Go, Barbara, go!
Feel like I could use probably two. So, okay, we're getting some in-game content. A little bit more rewards. The cap, I think I've spoken about it. The cap's going to be 100, but fresh rate of, instead of being like 24 hours is going to be 26 hours. So for people playing daily, it's not going to change anything. But they did give us a couple of codes, which I could put on the description if people didn't watch the stream. But they're only good for like 24 hours, and I think we've already gotten for the limit for that, so. Okay, let's look here at the characters that we kind of need to do or work on today. So you can see that Oyo is kind of, I would not call it a panic mode. Like, they don't really care. They're like, okay, Wuthering Waves is coming out. It might hurt us, it might not. But just in case, to be safe, let's put out something for our players. But if I have to be honest, folks, from what I am seeing, Wuthering Waves, the launch was a little bit rocky as expected. As with any game release, there's a couple of bugs and issues. And the company came out right away, said that they were going to address it. There was already an update patch, and for me, it made a world of a difference. Game was kind of choppy and laggy, and right after the update, it totally resolved it for me. I know it did not resolve it for everybody, but also in an apology for a rocky release that wasn't all that rocky, kind of expected. They are giving us a free 5-star character, which Genshin has been telling its player base, oh, we can't do that. Just the fact that we're asking for that is kind of, us being needy and selfish and all kinds of stuff like that.
As tall as my big sister.
Which, okay, insult your fan base, that's on you. That's your decision. The gamer, like I really would enjoy a lot more resin, not 200. They could easily, within 24 hours, double it. I mean, that's what I did yesterday or the day before, is I came in, logged in, made a bunch of condensed resin, and logged out. So yesterday, I had my normal twice the amount allowed of resin to go around and do stuff, and already there, I at least had stuff to do for an hour. And it makes a big difference. Logging in for 15 minutes and logging in for an hour made the game worthwhile playing for me. So they could easily double the amount of resin we get daily. And instead they're like, yes, we know. We're just going to move the cap. It's not going to change the refresh rate. We're just, giving you a bigger cap. So, kind of useless. Pointless. Now, not all the players are into the storytelling. So, Wuthering Waves is also going to add a skip button for the story for people that are not into the story. They are mostly concentrating on gameplay and game combat mechanics. To offer the players a certain level of enjoyment in fighting and just the way that you interact with the world. So it's not too overcomplicated because I do have my issue. But it was nice to see that, yes, they are addressing what the players want, and the players want interesting combat dynamics and something that could be progressively challenging. So combat is easy when you start off so that you can start learning stuff, but as the game harder and harder, there will be no easy solutions out of it. Whether you're level 1 or level whatever the game will go up to, there's always going to be something to learn in the combat mechanics and skills, what you can do to pull a win in your fights. So they admit it, their storytelling is going to be, catered to people like maybe probably younger that want stories, but that's not their main focus. A lot of Genshin players, I did at first when I played this game, like, okay, I like the voice stories. The stories were okay-ish. But after Inazuma, Sumeru and Fontaine, a lot of people I know like the Fontaine story. I did not. Oh, Sumeru and Fontaine. Well, the best story in the game was in Sumeru, but it wasn't the Archon quest. It was Jet's story quest line. And I just wish it was really voiced because I think it's still, to this day, the best storyline in the game. Whereas the Archon stories really got on my nerves. I really wish that at that point they would have put a skip button.
Direct assault.
Well, they don't want to do it because they claim that their storytelling is some of the best in the world, which, you know, while doing them, I've comment on them pretty much. Now, I said my piece on every story I've ever done as I was doing it, because I'm always streaming my gameplay. The only things I would skip initially would be my dailies. Unfortunately, it's all that's left for me to do in the game. Farming, doing my dailies, waiting for the next story update, which comes every couple of months now. And I have not been finding them to be all that good since I started Inazuma. Not Inazuma, Sumeru. Sumeru felt a lot like something trying to annoy me out of my mind. And it's like almost a copy and paste of things that we already did in Inazuma. It gets to a point where when you start meeting the Archons, but they're not really the Archons, it really feels like deja vu. Did it in Inazuma, and ever since then, it's just copy and paste. Let's change a few things here and there. Also, at times, it kind of feels like it's generated by AI. I know a lot of people really like the lore. They say the lore in this game is fantastic. Yeah. It just goes from right, left to center and all over the place. But, you know, I know it's not for my age group, so in a way, it's okay. I would just like to have an option of skipping out on the story. Can I just get to where I need to go and do the things that I need to do? Like when you're doing the storylines, story quests with certain characters in this game, you have like one combat or 2 or 3 hours of storytelling. Sometimes I wish, can I just skip everything and get to the fight? Can I dry out this character since I didn't have the chance to pull for her or him? So it's not all bad. It's just okay. If I was just maybe playing this game and there was no competition, I'd be like, okay, same old, same old. I see that they are trying, but I have a feeling that Wuthering Waves is sort of taking them in the rear to actually try something new in this game. Because same old formula becomes the same old formula, which becomes the same old thing over and over again. This game's been out for 4 years. It's not like they haven't made any money. I just have a feeling that at some point the CEO is going to go on vacation and transfer all the company funds to his offshore account, and he's never going to come back. Company's going to go belly up. But who knows? That's speculation on my part. So, overall, I'm 50-50. We're gonna have to wait for 4.7 to actually be here to comment on it. It's like people are asking me, what do you think of Natlan? They didn't show much about Natlan, so
That's close enough.
I'm not gonna overhype something that is very vague. I mean, sure, the map is supposed to be big and we're supposed to have lots of things to do. There's also a bunch of rumors about the talents going from 13 to 15 and the overall leveling going from 90 to 100. So far, pretty much everybody I've spoken to about this is not interested just because of all the grinding. Grinding in this game early on is not too bad. Like, really, you can do a lot of stuff even without concentrating on your artifacts. When you get to end game, see how the RNG is really can be really bad for certain people, such as myself. And having to farm. Like, you will end up farming for 3 months for 2 minutes of enjoyment. At some point, it doesn't balance itself out. When the game becomes painful for the amount of enjoyment you get out of it, maybe that's not the route to go. For some people, they think, okay, grind is part of the challenge. Yeah, if you have a good balance 50-50, okay, good. But when it's 90 to 10%, 90% grind and 10% enjoyment, and then being told, well, you wanted something challenging. Yeah, grinding and testing out my patience is not what I call enjoyment. And it's sad because, yes, you do continue to play because you've invested so much time already in these characters. But at what point do you call it quits? Like, I called it quits at 80. Barbara's not going to go up to 90. A lot of my characters are not going to go up to 90. I have a few that I'm working on and a few more that I will getting eventually. 4.7 will have Farina on the banner. Look forward to that, but it's in second phase first. First phase, they're putting Alhaitham and Clorand. Second phase, we are getting Sijuin and Farina. So, I won't be wishing for quite some time still. Okay, so we done this. Let's go to the event. Something unlocked in the event. Nope, 15 hours. So unfortunately, people get to play, I guess, on a Sunday, China, and not on a Saturday. So there's no events to do today. That is just crazy. See, it's just like one of these little details that just ends up piling up. Lame. Okay, who else can I unlock here? Okay, let's unlock this one. Confirm. And that is it. No, I do not want to get. I'm just unlocking them. I really don't like the hangouts.
I'm fine.
Okay, so check out here. What's the issues here? The amount that they're giving is just absurd. Okay, which reminds me, I do need to go onto the website and select my daily chicken. Okay, so I was distracted yesterday, so I'm gonna end up missing a day's worth, which is okay. What? Why am I always expecting, everlasting dream? You, okay. And the event, don't know why they want to talk to Overflowing Master. When is this starting? On the 27th. So next week. Next week will be the time to start farming
Working super hard. We should be too.
some talents again. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. I was planning on doing tomorrow. Okay, let's craft 2 other. Doing any bosses? Okay. But I will go and do Arashos twice. Let's see how this goes. I need some golden troop for arena. Arashose for all the other DPS, including Ballet.
There is no escape. Everyone hold hands. Share my knowledge. I'll protect. No.
Shine down! Now you shall perish! There is no...
Hey.
Illusion shattered!
Everyone hold hands. Let's change tactics. Make yourselves a...
There is no escape! Inazuma shines eternal!
As one with wind and cloud.
Let's dance. Hey.
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Feathers. A lot of HP, crits, but defense, any hydros.
Let the show begin. I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom. Go, Barber, go!
There is no escape. Inazuma shines eternal. Shine down.
Hey! Make yourselves a home. Let's dance.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish. There is no escape.
I see everything. Hi.
Okay, that's what we can get here. Hydro. No. Hydro. Wow. Okay, well, that's would have been nice if 5-star. Oh, nothing good today. Absolutely nothing good. Oh, time to, cut your losses. And much. Why am I going here when I could go to group? Okay. So, let's here. Overall, our artifact. Oh, HP. P. Not the best HPs. That. My best HP. I think this one here. HP circlet. Crit damage. Healing bonus. Let's lock all 3 of these. and only 1 HP. And one gives out some quite amount of good HP. Yeah, this is still my favorite one. Flowers wise, what have we got? Defense, defense, crit, defense, crit, crits, attack, HP, crits, mastery, attack. Still nothing much. HP. Crit, crit, elemental mastery. Elemental mastery. We're gonna lock this one. Look at our full. Masteries with the attack. Throw. Nope. And attack and crit. So, yeah. Not much of elemental hydros. What I need in both. And some elemental masteries. So, Tina's still gonna be not necessarily in good place when I do her. But one day at a time, as they say. Let's see here. Anything else that I'm forgetting? Okay, so that is it, folks. 46 minutes of gameplay. And most of it was wondering what to do with my time. And, I mean, I'm gonna go to Wuthering Waves because it's a new game. I still have a lot to do there. But man, really wish I had something to do here. Not that I don't like Genshin, it's just that I find that the developers are not listening. And why would they listen? Because people keep giving them monies like there's no tomorrow. But even Wuthering Waves, I mean, this game did a really good job. It's warm, it's nice, it's beautiful. I can spend all day here if I had something to do. We don't. work on your characters. Well, everything is gonna be Sunday. So, oh, if it would have been a Saturday, Sunday, maybe. But no. A lot of these characters I don't want to have anything to do with. Characters are coming along nicely, slowly, but nicely. They say
Inactivity
one
serves
day at
no
a
purpose
time.
whatsoever.
We'll get there eventually, folks. So I know I'm sorry I sound very neutral today, but that's kind of how this game is making me feel lately. Not going to be angry because I understand that companies want to make money. Just don't understand why they are not listening to players. I think that they are mostly happy that everybody's leaving this game. Everybody that complains about all this stuff, the little stuff in this game, Genshin is actually happy that they are leaving to go to another game. Let the developers of that other game deal with all the demands of the player base. So far, they're listening. Wuthering Waves and Kuro are really listening to the player base. How far? And hopefully they don't listen to every little complaint. That they just keep on concentrating on making it fun for 90% of the player base. So that's it for me today here, folks. See you in the next stream. Yep, join back in a couple of minutes. I'll be into Wuthering Waves. Come and check that game out.
The world remains constant over the centuries, but human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water.